Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video. Hope you guys are all doing well. In today's video, I'm back on Path of Legends in Royal Champion League with the Queen Bow Expo Cycle deck. And so in today's video, I'll be pushing pretty much halfway through Royal Champion with this deck. So you guys are probably familiar with the most recent balance changes that were applied that came with the January season, and lots of cards were changed in this update. So in my video yesterday, I did post a video on 3.0 Expo Cycle and how 3.0 might be dead. I don't know if it is or not. We do see the recruits first play. Obviously, I have to give them the sarcastic well played for that. But yeah, I made a video on if 3.0 Expo Cycle is dead or not. And I came to the conclusion that it is honestly still sort of viable because archers aren't too much worse than I thought they would be, but they are definitely still worse in some regards, and I feel like it's going to impact the deck in a negative way. So I also looked at the balance changes and made a community post on my community tab. You guys may have seen that, where I talked about this deck, and I said this deck might be the deck for the season. Wow, this guy just lets my queen go for whatever reason. I don't know what he's doing, but that's basically game over because I just fireball the pump. I don't think I'm down elixir right now, and he's already below 1k, so this is a big benefit of queen, guys. You can get really good single elixir pressure, really high skill Goblin Giant mini P.E.K.K.A push at the bridge, just dropping 10 elixir, ultimate display of skill, and then raging it all up. We should be fine just defending this though with the Ice Spirit to freeze everything. Yeah, that was perfect. So this guy's obviously just a super talented player right here, especially because he's in Crusher's clan, of course. I think like they're all Goblin Giant Recruits players, because why wouldn't they be? But yeah, I did make that video, and I came to the conclusion that 3.0 is in a worse spot than before. And then I made this deck, and it is actually the deck that I got my best ladder finish with, my 107 ladder finish, believe it or not. So I do have kind of a soft spot for Queen Bow, you know, it's one of my best decks in the game, and it was always kind of a deck that I was really good at, and so I'm actually pretty excited to try this out. And so the whole premise for this deck is, in the balance changes, there was an Archer Queen buff, and the Queen buff is as follows. Ability Invisible duration goes up from 3 seconds to 3.5 seconds, which also means that she gets 1 extra hit while invisible, and of course just keeps her more alive because she is invisible for longer. Gonna expo. Oh, that was a terrible expo. I thought he was low on elixir, but evidently I was wrong. He has enough for a Goblin Giant. I hope double can bail me out, but I'm actually kind of screwed here. I have to go like Skellies and get back to a knight for this mini P.E.K.K.A. He does rage it off as well. I'll go for my knight, and then I think I have to queen for the spears plus LP. And then log as well, because the LP is going to be charging up and need to kill those spears. He does have arrows, all skeletons too. Ice Spirit as well. I just take a lot of damage, guys. That was a really big misplay on my end. As you can see, even one mistake can cost you so much with Expo. That was a terrible offensive Expo by me. Honestly, I take ownership of it, but still, yeah, I do like this deck quite a lot, and so just mainly with the Queen buff and the Archer's nerf, I have a feeling that this might be stronger, especially because Evo Knight is one of the best Evos in the game and did not get touched whatsoever. So we have the benefit of using the newly buffed Queen, as well as the Evo Knight, which is still super strong. Another huge benefit of Queen in this deck is that it offers a 3-card cycle, which is super strong with Expo because you get the 3-card cycle for spell cycle primarily, but also even for Expo pressure, if you need it. So again, I'll be trying to push to pretty much Ultimate Champion with this deck, and I might make this my main deck for the season. So I just want to make a video, kind of an initial video, just checking out how the deck's going to do right at the start of things. So that's just going to be Fireball Logrin. So we're going to take a win against a really toxic Goblin Giant Recruits deck for the first match of the video. Almost choked with that one bad Expo, but I was able to clutch it out, and we take those. So yeah, let's get into the next match. Alright guys, so in a game against YT Kadir Royale, and yeah, I genuinely do believe this deck's going to have a lot of potential, guys. There aren't really any Queen Bow players in the game anymore. Like, Aragon was one of the best Queen Bow players in the game, but he doesn't really play Expo, I don't think, that much. He might be playing it more now that it's back. I think he's still an Expo player at heart, but he's obviously diversified. I don't think he finished with Expo last season. I think he was playing like Hog or E-Giant or something. He's a very versatile player. We see a Hog, speaking of which, in this game, Hog, Knight, Goblins, looking like Hog Rider Earthquake. And so yeah, a big reason why I wanted to try this deck out is mainly the Queen buff, but also just, again, the Evo Knight does have some utility as well, and he's playing a Queen too, so he's playing Hog EQ with the Archer Queen. My Queen's going to kill his because I popped ability later, and I could honestly Expo, but I want to see how he responds to this Queen on offense. Okay, Ice Spirit, that should still be... Okay, he does not go for the... Or he does go for a good Ice Spirit. I thought the Queen was going to kill it. Really terrible Earthquake by this guy. I think it can actually go in. I'm going to save up for the Knight so I can predict a possible building. I think he is very low on Elixir. I'll Knight the back to start a push-up, but I know I'm up, so I'm pretty sure I can get an offensive Expo sequence going right now. Yeah, he's not playing anything, so I'll go for my Expo once my Knight walks up, and he should be in quite a bit of trouble right now. How is he going to stop this, actually? Like, knight, I'll go queen. He has no EQ in cycle, mind you. He just went for the EQ. I'll log the queen back. He's going to go ability to make it invisible. But, oh, he messed up. He let the queen die. Looks like he was trying to save up enough elixir to keep the X-Bow off his tower, because obviously queen does tank. But now it's just going to be game because he couldn't do anything. And honestly, guys, that is the strength of queen bow. I think if I just went X-Bow knight the bridge, it would have been a bit too basic and probably wouldn't have worked out. Probably could have defended it with, like, knight hog or knight queen or something. But since I built up the push and just stacked my elixir advantage, I was able to win, and now he's pretty much going to give up. So yeah, queen is just so strong in single. Honestly, against worse players, guys, sometimes I straight up win the game by going queen. And then I have made a video called X-Bow Guide Dual Lane Pressure, where you want to get your queen down one lane, the X-Bow down another lane sometimes, and that can also overwhelm people. So this deck just has so much potential. About substitutions, I think Cannon might also be really solid for Tesla, but it does depend on the meta if we see a lot of Lava Hound and Balloon. If we see less Lava and Balloon, then we're definitely going to probably see Tesla or Cannon being better, but if we see more, Tesla's obviously more versatile. Let's get into the next match. Alright guys, final game against Nesquik. I think that's like a brand or something, I'm not entirely sure, but that's a Turkish clan name, I believe. Anyway, I'll just Ice Spirit to start things out and see what's going on. That guy just pretty much gave up right at the start. He went for a really bad hog EQ. I think that would have been a very interesting matchup. Pretty much a dead even matchup because we both have the Archer Queen as well. This guy just logs Firecracker, maybe hog EQ again, I'm not sure, but I'll just log the Firecracker to help my queen one-shot it, and then queen can get a good counter push. Again, guys, the big part of the queen buff was that she has a longer duration of her ability, which actually does mean she's going to stay invisible for even longer, and that makes her so good on offense, honestly, because she's just surviving for longer and can get another hit off. She used to get 6 hits, now she gets 7 after the buff. So that's a big part of this buff. We see an Eye Tower. Okay, I'm finding out more about this guy's deck. Giant Skeleton, Firecracker, Inferno Tower. Looks like maybe potentially Hog Rider EQ, but it looks very expensive, I'm going to be honest. I'll hover my Tesla in case he does go for the hog, but he doesn't actually, so I don't know what he's playing. Obviously some kind of cycle deck because he does have the log in here. I just don't know what it is. He goes for the goblins too, okay. Ice Spirit unfortunately betrays me and goes to goblins that were already going to die. And I'll just reset with a... Actually, I was going to go queen the back, but I'll just fireball the Firecracker, to be honest. That's a free fireball. And yeah, guys, another big thing about this deck is that it does play very differently to 3.0, mainly because you can't afford to actually be as aggressive in a single elixir. You can get crazy punishes with the queen, but you can't actually be that aggressive because you don't have the 3 elixir archers, you have the 5 elixir queen. If you go queen ability, that's going to be 6 elixir, so you actually have to spend quite a lot when playing with this deck. I'll Ice Spirit to try and keep my X-Bow slightly alive, although I don't think it's going to be doing too much. I actually think that was a bad Ice Spirit, because actually my X-Bow is going to die either way, so... a bit unfortunate. Although I could have maybe juked him out into thinking I was going to commit more, and then he would have overcommitted, but he didn't fall for that, so... yeah, not the best Ice Spirit, actually. I'll get 1 queen hit here, though, because he does mess up again. Bomb pushing the queen towards the tower, and we're just up quite a bit of damage from, like, some stray queen hits and fireballs right now, and I still have no idea what this guy's win con is, but as you can see, this deck has very solid defense. I do believe this deck can defend most pushes in the game, like beatdown-wise. Graveyard is tough for this deck because obviously archers are better than Archer Queen, but Lava Hound, Golem, like Queen is so good against. He does have the Evil Firecracker on the board. Oh, he's playing Balloon. Okay, that's why he took so long to play a card. Wow, I was wondering, like, what his win con was, but as you can see, Queen is actually perfect against Balloon, and good thing I have a Tesla instead of a Cannon. That's very clutch too, because that can just help out against the Balloon. I'm actually really tempted to go in, because he wasted a Giant Skelly, but I don't think I can, because then he goes Eye Tower on the X-Bow, and since I have to save Knight for the Giant Skeleton, I can't really afford to Knight for the X-Bow protection, so I'll just let it go. He fireballs. Queen, wait, he just wasted his entire elixir bar. I'm going to go opposite, because he just went for a lot of elixir. The queen itself is going to force out his entire elixir bar subsequently, as you can see, and then he can't afford anything on the X-Bow, and that's going to be a good game. He can fireball it, sure, but that's still game-winning damage right there. That's a great punish on my end, and a terrible overcommit on his end, so I don't really know what he was doing. Even he gives a good game. He knows it's kind of over. So yeah, I'm not sure what he tried to do there, guys, but I will take it. I'll just cycle a queen in the back and the right. He obviously has a fireball, so I don't give him fireball value in the left lane, but yeah, we're just chilling. Another great thing, again, 3-card cycle. I can go for my pre-Tesla right now, and I can easily get back to a second Tesla. I can go Ice Spirit Skeleton's Log. As you can see, Tesla's already next up in my hand. But I think what I'll elect to do is go for an offensive X-Bow instead to pull this Balloon over, and the Queen will actually help out against it as well, which is really clutch. And actually get a nice lock, and that was a perfect interaction. Wow, that is good game right there, because thankfully I didn't take a second Balloon hit. So pretty much a perfect match, showcasing how strong Queen Bow can really be, so let's get it. Alright guys, found a game against Mr. Never Die. So that is going to be, he has a good luck. He had a number 17 finish if I saw that correctly, so this is going to be a pretty tough match, I think. We see the Evo Skellies too. I'll go for my Queen in the back. Evo Skellies Ice Spirit could be Pigs EQ. Archer Queen, okay, maybe it's Pigs EQ with Archer Queen. Pigs EQ did run the Little Prince. Also guys, in the balance change, in terms of other news, Little Prince did finally get nerfed, so we might see less of that, which is a thank God moment. Yeah, we see Delivery too, so it is probably just going to be Pigs EQ with the Archer Queen. His unfortunately kills mine. That's kind of sad. I'll just go for my knight. And so in this matchup, it's basically just going to come down to spell cycle, honestly, because you can't really break through pigs unless they mess up. But since I actually have a queen, I think I'll be fine. I'll also take any fireball value when I can. So on that cannon, I'm taking that fireball, you best believe. And he goes for the pigs. Yeah, that was pretty much what I expected, because that was the best play he had in the moment. Actually, good log on his end. I'm going to force out my Ice Spirit right there. I'll still take some pig headbutts here, maybe like 2. So that kind of sucks. But I am up in damage because of that fireball on the right. So, yeah, you can't really go in single, especially with Queen Bow in this matchup, guys. I feel like with 3.0, I'd be a lot more aggressive right now. But with Queen Bow, I just don't really see it happening. I'll go for my Knight. Number 1, cycling to my Evo Knight. Number 2, don't want to go for a Queen, because that'll just be free delivery fodder for him. Delivery actually doesn't really do anything against 3.0, but it is very good against Archer Queen, obviously. And he's probably just going to go, okay, it was Queen for that. I might as well just Queen myself to contest his Queen, and just try and force stuff out early. So let's see how this interaction goes. I'll pop my ability too. And I'll just log. That's going to be a dead queen. Pretty nice for me, actually. He goes for the pigs, but queen is still going to work on them, so that's not going to be anything. Ice Spirit. I really need this Ice Spirit to connect for the Evo Skellies. Perfect. Okay, that was really scary, potentially. He could have maybe won the game off of that if that went badly. So, thank God. Evo Skellies are a very scary card. He seems pretty mad. He's giving the CRL emote for some reason. I don't know why. But, like, does he expect me to just let him break through? Like, I'm going to defend, man. Anyways, time to go in, because I do have the Evo Knight in cycle. Oh, goes for the Queen in the back. Kind of a mistake, I guess. Pigs, too. Probably just going to EQ this off. Yeah, that's understandable, as you can see. You can't really break through. Like, it's pretty weak. Especially against Earthquake, so kind of sucks on that front. But otherwise, we're doing okay. I think the Evo Knight will survive to kill the Queen. And it does not. Wow, that is unfortunate. Ice Spirit, though, to kill the Queen. And that should do fine, especially because he EQ'd my Expo off. He can't EQ my low Tesla this time. Pretty big tip in this matchup, guys, when they go for the pigs like that, if they did waste their EQ like just earlier on your Expo, go for your low Tesla. You'll get more value than a high Tesla. I actually really do want to fireball that cannon. I'm pretty tempted to, but I think I'll just set up with a early pre-Tesla myself, and I can fireball the Queen instead. He's definitely just going to go delivery on this Queen in a sec, but I'll just go for my ability once more. It'll actually kill his Queen if he doesn't go ability himself, so that's really good for me. Just kind of wasting his ability right there. And he's probably going to go pigs if I had to guess. Yeah, especially because he's killing my Tesla with that cannon. So I'll just hover my own Tesla for his next set of pigs. He doesn't really go for them, though. Okay, now he does. And the Evo Skellies, that's a good play splitting them, but I hope they can be controlled. Okay, Knight did such a clutch job there. That was so good. And we're just up damage by spell cycling right now. As you can see, I actually haven't gotten any Expo damage, because you saw the one time I did try and get Expo damage, I kind of got screwed over big time and couldn't break through at all. So that's just kind of how this matchup goes, to be honest. You don't really get to break through at all. Did an Ice Spirit, Tesla for this, and then log as well. One pig almost bypassed, but it didn't. And since he goes for the EQ, I want to fireball his tower, but I think I'll go for the Expo instead, because again, I have the Evo Knight. You'll see pretty much the only times I'm going in, I want to have Evo Knight in cycle. I'll fireball these pigs, maybe get a tiny Expo lock. That would be very nice, actually. I think I got one, guys, and we did not, because EQ is just such a broken card against Expo, Jesus Christ. But I'll Queen the bridge just to pressure a bit more. I think I give him a free delivery, but I can still maybe make something happen, especially if I prediction log on his delivery to kill it earlier. And we force a cannon out, so that's good. And we force the Evo Skellies out, so that works. Tesla should do work on all of them. Yep, nice. He goes for his Queen. I might have to fireball his next pigs, guys, because my Tesla is dead. So I'll see about that. I'm setting up with my Knight Queen, though, to just bridge block this lane. He goes for the EQ cycle. I'll go for my own fireball cycle, and then Knight as well. And I think I don't need to Tesla this. I think I'll just get back to a log and save my Tesla to get a cheaper defense, and also just cycle back to my fireball even faster, because Tesla costs the most out of pretty much anything else I could have played there. And my Queen staying alive is very clutch, keeping the 3-card cycle alive. I'll go for my fireball once more, log, and I'm already back to a fireball in 2 more cards. Oh, the Queen kind of messed up my cycle there, but I'll get my Queen down, fireball, and I can get 2 more fireballs. So that's going to be 1. Log Ice Spirit Skellies, and I'm back to another fireball. I think should be enough, and I shouldn't take too much damage from this, especially if I log low. I believe I'm fine. Yep, perfect. So nice win. I control the game really well. That's like pretty much a close match, but that's how it goes against this kind of stuff. I'll say thanks because he's BMing. I'll give him the CRL emote back because he wants to be funny. Very nice win. Alright guys, so in a game against OG or CG Miguel, I'm not sure exactly, but we are doing pretty well, honestly. Like, I am pretty proud of this performance so far. Just pretty much what Queenbow does, you know. You want to play pretty passively in a lot of matchups, and it does go to tiebreaker, but if you lean on the queen for the 3-card cycle especially, you can make some magic happen. So I'm going to get my queen coming down. He goes for the Ice Wiz the back, could be Splash Yard. Right now, yeah, we do see the Baby Dragon too, so it is looking like Splash Yard. I'll Fireball, actually. I think I'll hit the Baby Dragon too, so that's going to be pretty... Okay, actually hit nothing. That was a terrible Fireball, yikes. But Queen will kill it at least, so I guess no real difference there. Splash Yard's actually a bad matchup, guys, for this deck, believe it or not. Or not bad, but not good. Like, 3.0 usually counters Splash Yard, although that kind of changed since they started running Evo Knight now. But Queen is actually worse, because it's better against Baby Dragon, but it makes the cycle clunkier, and also you don't have good graveyard defense at all. You have to go for such awkward stuff on defense against the graveyards. The only real thing you can do in this matchup is play it really aggressively from Queenbow's side. That's a terrible Ice Wiz poison, though, I'm not going to lie, because he just spent his entire elixir bar. I actually really want to go in and punish that. So I'm actually just going to go Expo Tesla right now. Tesla to predict a Baby Dragon, and this should be pretty solid. Skeletons for the Barb Barrel too, and it should work. No, he gets a Knight down. Damn, okay. I thought I outcycled his Knight. Honestly, that was pretty unlucky. I think, like, I guess that it was a bad Expo because the Tombstone Skellies were there. Honestly, if the Tombstone Skellies weren't there, that would have been a great punish, but I guess I got a bit too ambitious. And that was kind of sad, I guess, so not really the best situation on my end, but it's okay. He goes for the Ice Wiz. I'll just Ice Spirit. Ice Spirit can full counter an Ice Wiz. You guys are about to find out. That's a very nice interaction right there. And I can Expo again. I kind of want to be honest, because I need to pressure. Like, I really just need to pressure. He goes for a Tombstone. I'll just Fireball it. Actually, I just realized as a Fireball, I should have gone for a High Queen to snipe it. That was a very high Tombstone, but it's okay. I'll just get the Fireball anyways. Queen for this Baby Dragon. And he goes for the Poison, which is pretty good. Queen is okay at Poison Bait at least, which means your Expo can kind of run free. I have my Evo Knight, but so does he, I'm pretty sure, so this shouldn't really go anywhere. I'll need to predict the Ice Wiz, though. Tesla as well to DPS. There's the Ice Wiz. I'll log everything back. Really need a big lock right now, because, again, the only real way you can win in this matchup as Queenbow side is to play pretty aggressively and just play good offense, because again, you don't have good defense. You guys will see when he goes for the graveyards, I'll kind of get screwed over. We'll go Queen the back just to clog up this lane, because he wants to go in this lane, and goes for a Knight, which I think is a misplay, honestly, because now he doesn't have anything in cycle. Ice Wiz I'm going to predict with my Knight, and I'll Fireball the Tombstone to get a lock. Should be pretty good, and we get a lock for that, right? Yes, perfect, we get a lock, so that was really well played by me. I'll log this back too, but he's about to go graveyard right now. I'm in a bit of trouble. He's definitely going to graveyard the left if he's good, because this is a really good opportunity for him. I have to cycle back to my log. As you guys can see, though, this is the benefit of having the 3-card cycle down. Actually, I didn't even need to log. Wow. Tower does not target the Baby Dragon. That is so clutch. And I'll Tesla up high to take both sides. That was really well played by me, guys. Really good offense. And that should let me win the game. But again, you are going to see I'm going to take so much damage from these graveyards later on. I'll take the Fireball on the Baby Dragon, though, and see what I can do. He goes for the Barb Barrel to snipe the Tesla. Fair enough. Just Queen in the left, maybe force out a Fireball. Knight to bridge block his own Knight, and then try and defend this with a Tesla and my cycle cards if I can. Should defend most of the graveyard, and I'll log 2 just for good measures. That was a pretty clean defense, actually. I'll Ice Spirit, and then I think I have to Knight as well for this Baby Dragon, keep my Tesla alive. Very clutch defense, actually. Very, very nice. I'm down a lot of elixir, but as you guys can see, I have to overcommit so heavily on defense just to do well against this deck, because they just have such good counters. I'll Fireball all of that. There comes the graveyard. I'll Skellies, Ice Spirit, and then go for my Knight as well, and I think I need to late log. Actually, I don't think I need to log because I have quite a lot on this graveyard. Yeah, I don't think a log would have changed too much. All defensive Expo now. I should be fine. I honestly should be fine, but it's sketchy. He's just literally just going to get to spam graveyards in triple. But I think what I have to do is defensive Expo to help out on defense, and then just low-key spell cycle him out, which I'm going to do right now. Get the Fireball down. Skellies, Ice Spirit, Evo Knight for this. Queen should kill the Baby Dragon pretty fast. Very nice. Log while he's getting so much damage, but honestly, best defense I pretty much could have mustered. I'll Fireball again. I really need to make something happen here, like on defense, because he's about to get so much. I'll Knight to bridge block. Skellies. go for my ability to snipe that baby dragon super fast, late log, and then Ice Spirit to clean up the graveyard. I think I'm getting okay defensive exchanges. I'll go for another fireball on tower, and then this final graveyard should be defended. I'm up like 700 right now, so he shouldn't be able to get that much damage. I'll Ice Spirit, log, and Evo Knight, and I should be fine. He goes for the NATO. Yeah, I think I won, guys. That should be pretty good. And oh my god, wait, I literally just got robbed. What in the world? Alright guys, let's try and move on from that extremely stupid graveyard game. That is one of the worst times I've ever gotten screwed over by graveyard RNG. Maybe ever. That was ridiculous. I was up like 800, and then he just goes for the graveyard spam in triple and gets like so many hits through my Evo Knight, Skellies, Ice Spirit, and log. I literally spent 7 elixir to counter his graveyard, and he still got like 800 damage from a graveyard poison. Naked graveyard poison, mind you. He didn't even have a tank for it. That is so dumb. You guys can see I just abruptly like cut the clip, but yeah, that was stupid, man. That is honestly just really dumb. I'm probably going to tweet about that because that was just insane. But anyways, we're against Miner. I think he played Wall Breakers at the start, so looking like Mega Knight Wall Breakers. Yep, there's the Mega Knight right there, right on cue. So this guy probably has a Queen as well, because honestly this deck did used to run Archer Queen. I'm pretty sure it usually runs Little Prince in this day and age, because I mean everyone runs Little Prince. I'll have to fireball that actually. Actually, I can't because I can't really take the damage. I have to fireball anyways. That was so messy, but I was just like thinking in my head, like trying to process, like, wait, I have to fireball the bats, but then I won't have a tank for the MK, so I actually have to Knight. Then he went Bandit, so I had to fireball anyways because Knight was going to get devoured, so I'm alive, I guess, but he's spamming so heavily, and this is one of the biggest downsides of Queen Bow, guys. Number one, you can see exactly what I was talking about. You don't have good graveyard defense. No matter what you do, you just don't have archers, so you can't really defend the graveyard that well. But number two, you just have kind of a slower cycle compared to like 3.0. You know, you don't have so much cheap stuff, especially with the Queen involved. You do have a normal Knight, Ice Spirit, Skellies, log roster in your deck, but like honestly, it's just kind of unfortunate when you aren't really able to go for really cheap defenses with like archers, especially. All skeletons for the bandit though. Should be a lock if not mistaken right here. Yeah, he's out, so that's going to be a baby expo lock. Should get me all my damage back, so I'll take it. I knew it was kind of low on elixir and didn't have enough for the Mega Knight, so that was a good punish on my end. And we're actually going to take the damage lead by about 100, just a little under 100 damage right now, so I will take that. You know, not looking too bad right now. As we're heading into double elixir, I'll just Tesla the middle. This is a matchup where you have to play very passively because they have lots of counters to the expo. They have the MK Prince. Actually, does he have a Prince? I can't even tell. We haven't seen one yet, but I have a feeling he probably does. Or, I don't know. But either way, he probably has a Queen as well. He hasn't revealed that either. Yeah, there it is, right in queue as well. I'll go for my MK opposite, or expo opposite rather, just bait out an MK and I can maybe outcycle it. Even though I know I don't have a Knight in cycle, I'll just kind of let this die. And actually, I'm back to a Knight because of my 3-card cycle. Wow, that was fast. He has the Evo Bats too. That's going to be problematic when he finally gets the Evo Bats down. Oh, look at the Queen in the right, guys, popping off, and that's going to force him to zap, and Expo's going to kill the Queen. I can go for my second Expo on the right as he has to overcommit to this Expo on the left. No, he is actually really smart. Honestly, props to this guy, guys. He ate like 600 more in the left, but if he did commit to it, he would have lost the game. So honestly, well played to him. He's actually pretty smart for that. I will honestly go for a Queen, and I don't think I need to fireball these Evo Bats. I'll just go Queen and pop ability, and I should be good. I take some damage, but I think that was worth it over fireballing, because no one really wants to fireball. Oh wait, he just lost, right? He just zapped hit the back of his tower. That was like a misclick, I'm pretty sure. So that should make him lose, I think. My Queen's going to counter push. Okay, bats or guards are forced out. That's going to full defend. I'll go for my Knight plus Tesla. I have to cut these guards over into my Tesla, actually. Guards were buffed too. He's playing like a lot of buff cards. I'll log this all back. Don't have to respond to those because the Tesla's going to get pretty much overtime work and do a great job on defense. So I'll go for my next Expo, as I do have my Evo Knight in cycle. And I have to go for it kind of early, even though I know he has the MK coming down because he's going to Queen. Yeah, there it is. Unfortunately, it still locks onto my Expo. That's kind of sad, actually. I'll go for my own Queen to snipe his Queen, as his Queen is going to be on my Evo Knight, which will stall super well. And it's one of the best counters to Queen, actually. That's another reason why, guys, I think Evo Knight's going to be pretty good in this meta. Because if Queen is everywhere, Evo Knight's one of the best counters to it, obviously. Let me just log this back. We are heading into double now, or triple rather, and he has a decent lead. He's up like, yeah, 100, so I have to start fireballing, and this is where Spell Cycle should come into play. He goes for the MK, I'll just Tesla low, back to a second Knight to protect my Queen, actually. So that's not too bad. I can just Knight, Ice Spirit Skellies for this Miner, just catch it every single time, and then Fireball Tower again. And that's pretty much rinse and repeat for this matchup. Like, honestly, you can't really break through, if ever. I was able to get him with some really nice offensive plays in single, but otherwise you pretty much just get them by spell cycling in triple, because he does have lots of expo counters, to be honest. I'll take the fireball. He's trying to switch lanes on me for whatever reason. Oh wow, he's really switching lanes. Like, it goes MK2. I'll just log everything, try and cut it over towards the middle so I can maybe get my queen and knight involved. Evo Bats are in business, but yeah, we're defending that fine. That was well played by me. I'll just fireball for safety on defense, and we're gonna get the win. So that's a very nice win, guys. That's gonna be halfway up Royal Champion. That was such a dumb graveyard loss. I still can't believe that. That was like the dumbest RNG I've ever experienced. But otherwise, we had some pretty clean games, and I hope this showcases the new power of the newly buffed Queen. Is actually very strong, honestly. So yeah, really nice stuff. That's gonna be halfway up. As you can see, I'll collect my elite wildcards. The next video will be reaching Ultimate Champion with this deck. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.